message that had been told them about this child. I think back to when I was expecting each of my 3 children, how excited I was that each was arriving in just a few months, and excited even though I knew nothing about any of them, except that they were born of the love between my husband and me. On the other hand, much had been prophesied for thousands of years about the sacred birth announced in this gospel, about the much anticipated coming of the one who would deliver the people of Israel. The visitors came and saw what artists have been attempting to inspire us with for centuries: the Holy Family, in a humble stable, with their precious newborn son in a manger. I was thinking about the power of the news of this birth, the arrival of the Messiah, and tried to imagine what it must have felt like to know that this event was something anticipated down through hundreds of generations of believers in the prophecy. And all who heard it were amazed by what they had been told by the shepherds, the first evangelizers. I remember when my children arrived, I couldn't wait to share the details, the beauty of my daughters, the strength in the face of my son, dates, times, length, weight, all the information on the birth announcements. And as they grew, I shared more details of their continuing development and growth. It was so wonderful to watch each of them become who they were meant by God to be. How excited are we to tell others about the Son of God? God's Son comes to us every time we receive Him worthily in Holy Communion. How do we allow Him to transform our histories, our life stories, as the shepherds did? I often think of our Blessed Mother and the things she kept, reflecting on them in her heart. What kinds of things did she keep, reflecting on them in her heart? I wonder about this young mother with such a tremendous mystery in her life. Did she often reflect on the mission of her son? Did she wonder at how he would deliver the people of God? I think of the great love she had for God and that God had for her, trusting this maiden with the life of his beloved son. It is this love that I want to be part of, that I turned to and depended on as I raised our daughters and son, when times were difficult or confusing, when I needed the strength to get through the night when one or all 3 of the children were ill or struggling with moral questions in their teen years. Evangelists don't tell us much about the life of Our Lady, perhaps because, as St. Thomas of Villanova, the bishop, preaches, the outline of her life, that Jesus was born of her, is enough to tell her whole story, and a great deal for us to reflect on. Mary, the Mother of God, is our mother too. She has the tremendous power of intercession with her Son, and we can go hand in hand with her to Him.